This is one of the most famous places in Minnesota.
The Guthrie Theater is turning 60 years old. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield tells us the surprising history of the legendary Minneapolis Theater that almost ended up in another city.
It's a Minneapolis landmark.
Way down south in Alabama.
The walls can't speak, but they do tell quite a story.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
God, that was a spectacular play. I do remember, again, emotionally remember, viscerally remember that play.
Patrick Whelan knows it well. He's been coming to watch plays for 40 years.
Probably my first patron memory is the old Guthrie, and it would just be glowing, and you'd walk up and you'd think, this is going to be really an exciting experience. It probably helped to cement that I want to do this again.
So they're really good patrons.
They're incredible patrons. Oh my God, as an artist, there's no place you'd rather make work than at the Guthrie.
A place created 60 years ago by its namesake, world-renowned director Tyrone Guthrie.
He put an ad in the New York Times basically saying, I want to have a classical theater with a resident company of actors, and I want to do it somewhere that is not New York City. Talked to civic leaders in 7 different cities around the country before deciding on Minneapolis, and Minneapolis indeed deciding on him.
And what a decision it was. The Riverside Theater has exploded in size, hosting the likes of Jessica Tandy, Morgan Freeman, and Angela Bassett, just to name a few. And what was then a 3-theater region now boasts 80. It seems Tyrone Guthrie couldn't have written a more perfect script.
But it's one of the very few places in this country where everybody just goes to theater.
In Minneapolis, Susan Elizabeth Littlefield, WCCO News.
You're invited to a 60th celebration this weekend where you can take backstage tours, kids can play theater games, and anyone can learn more about the history. It is from 11 until 3 on Sunday.